Well, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone from every walk of life, good morning. I'm looking at Viz here. I'm looking at the Viz site, Shonen Jump site. You know, the place I mainly read, and it says that we're going on break after today's chapter. Let me go ahead and get the formalities out of the way. Yes, I can be seen and heard. Oh, it feels good on this nice Sunday morning to bring you yet another chapter of One Piece. Yo, peoples! Kyushu92 here, and welcome back to yet another One Piece chapter reaction and review. I noticed that I haven't really been doing some major reviews on these recent chapters. I've just been giving my thoughts on the chapters. Not necessarily doing professional reviews like I have done in the past, like put a number on it, but I feel it's better for me to just talk about these. So maybe I'll kind of just make this just a reaction, and then whatever happens after will just be whatever I talk about, rather than it just being a review. Because I noticed lately I don't exactly do the review part of what my title says. So I might need to change that if I don't actually do the review part. That would be kind of misrepresentative of what I actually do. Good to see everyone. D-Strut, Kohagen, Ogata-san, and Karma. Good to see you all. Let's go ahead and get started with this chapter right now. Chapter 1043, Let's Face Death Together. And we have Germa Double Six's an Emotionless Excursion. Volume 7 arrived at Whole Cake Island. And here, after the events of what happened in Whole Cake Island, the ginormous cake and the ginormous tower that everyone was sitting on for the tea party, it's still there, as it appears that Brulee and Oven are walking towards where the massive castle and the massive tower with the cake on there used to be. Thanks to Sturban, or was it? Not Sturban, but Struzan. Thanks to Struzan and his devil fruit power, he made the tower cake-like and turned it into food so that everyone could survive the fall after, the tomato box got knocked off, and then the bombs that King Neptune and the rest of them put in there, it went off and blew up the tower. Now we have here Oven carrying the book with Niji and Yonji walking alongside Brulee. So that's going on there. Right now, let me just do a quick recap over what happened in the last chapter. In the last chapter, we had Kaido going up against Luffy, and Luffy was using King Kong Overgun, and Kaido, in his hybrid Zoan form, was going to use Thunder Bellow Bagua against each other, but then Bowler Hat CP0 agent, the Bowler Hat agent, popped up behind Luffy, used Tenkai, Iron Body, to hold Luffy back. Now, let me just say how substantial that is for the CP0 guy, because Luffy was in Gear 4th Bounce Man. He was in that form, and we've seen that form to be ridiculously strong. But the CP0 Bowler Hat guy comes in behind Luffy, uses Iron Body, and holds Luffy back. The fact that he was able to hold Luffy back long enough for Kaido to come right down on Luffy and KO Luffy again kind of speaks on the level of the Bowler Hat guy's strength a little bit. But in the midst of this, Kaido gets the final blow on Luffy, it would appear, and he gets flashbacks of how he took down Odin, which was like a repeat of the most horrible fight he've ever had. And it wasn't horrible because he was beaten badly. It was horrible because he won because of interference of another. So now let's go ahead. I'm done with the recap. Let's go ahead and see what happens in this chapter. Chapter 1043, Let's Face Death Together. And it shows Kaido still bringing his Kanabo down on Luffy as utter horror is being shown on his face as he brings it down and craters the roof that they're on. The force of the blow is causing the entire spot that Luffy is being impacted on to just completely obliterate. We see a lot of blood shoot out of Luffy's mouth as he goes, Gah! And it shows Kaido holding his Kanabo. It shows the bowler hat guy just quietly watching and it shows Luffy sitting in a crater from the point of impact, and the air finally rushes out of Luffy's mouth. The air rushes out of Luffy's mouth, and he goes sailing into the air, and Kaido just looks on. And then we cut to the outside of Onigashima with Momonosuke, and he says, "Huh? I do not hear Luffy's voice anymore." Yo, Kaido knocked out Luffy again, completely this time. This isn't like Luffy being knocked out and he was able to communicate with Momonosuke when he got knocked into the ocean. Luffy is out. So much that he can't even use the voice of all things to communicate to people anymore. Luffy is out. And Luffy falls back to the ground motionless. And Kaido's there wheezing. Luffy's knocked out. He's back in his normal form. He's no longer in Gear 4th anymore. He's back in his normal form, and his eyes are completely blank. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Yo, official narration. Battle on the roof of the Skull Dome. Winner, Kaido, King of the Beasts. If it's a one-on-one fight, always bet on Kaido. Even the story. Oh my goodness. Kaido won. Karma, you were right this whole time. And I just thought there's absolutely no. This is the official announcement. Battle on the roof of the Skull Dome. Winner, Kaido, King of the Beasts. Karma, you've been saying this from the very beginning. You've been saying this, and I just thought, like, no, the plot needs to have Kaido lose. Everything that I just said concerning that has now just gone out the window. Kaido won. Kaido won. Yo. And then it has Kaido staring at the bowler hat guy. And the bowler hat guy. And then Kaido says, "So you're prepared for what happens next." And then the bowler hat guy just tips his hat as Kaido prepares to bring his Kanabo down on him. And there's a massive explosion from Kaido, I guess, killing the bowler hat guy. So much that it causes more of the roof to cave in on the performance floor. And then there are people inside the performance floor saying, "Here comes more!" as more of the roof starts falling down there. And then the guy with the mask that has been sitting with one of the mares this whole time, you know, in front of the shogi table in the parlor this whole time, the only one that hasn't been taking part in anything, he just looks up where the bowler hat guy went and just tips his hat. So I guess he knows that bowler hat guy just died. So he didn't run. He did one of the two things that I said he was going to do. He was either going to accept his death, despite what he's done, or he was going to run, but he just accepted his death, and Kaido just straight up killed him right here and there. Then we get more going on. "Look out, Kawamatsu! The ceiling is collapsing!" And then Kawamatsu says, "There are still thousands of our comrades inside the building. We're up in the sky. There's no water here." And then there's a massive fire that's going on directly in front of Kawamatsu, with one of them saying, "There is nothing we can do to stop this conflagration. I beg of you, leap out of there. There is no glory in being burned to death." And then something lands forcefully behind Kawamatsu and the rest. And someone says, "What?" And it's Yo, Kaido. Yo, he's done. Kaido is done. Kaido is back inside Onigashima now. Yo. Yo, Kaido is here. I'm sorry, it's just that first it announces that Kaido won. Then Kaido comes exploding into the performance floor in his full-on dragon form, flying, and then everyone is saying, Master Kaido! And then Kaido says, where is your leader? I must have Momonosuke surrender. Straw Hat Luffy is dead. If anyone else wishes to challenge me, step forward! And then it has the Beast Pirates who are still faithful to Kaido saying, yeah, he did it! Master Kaido is utterly victorious! And then the samurai are saying, that's a lie. The man in the straw hat is... And then Law is there, and he's up, and Kid is just still laying down, and Law says, Straw Hat's voice has vanished. And Kid says, it was a short-lived dream. And then Law says, we're getting everyone's reactions. This is cold, brutal reality. There's nothing left in the tank. Because remember what Law and Kid said, that they said that if Kaido came back, if Kaido was the one to come back from the roof, they do not have the strength to resist. Oh my goodness! This chapter! Oh my goodness. Then it shows Chopper crying his eyes out saying, Luffy got beaten! And then it has Nami out there with someone saying, hey, don't go out there. I'm pretty sure it might be Tama or someone else is saying that, hey, don't go out there. And then Nami says, you want to let him get away with that? This is that overgrown snake. What is that overgrown snake talking about? Keep your preposterous lies to yourself. And then Tama's there crying, saying, big bro. And then Nami screams out, there's no way Luffy lost. Of course he's not dead. That's ridiculous. And then it has Kaido, it has people saying, you're a liar! I don't believe you! And then Kaido says, well, at least one of you has some moxie. And he charges up another bolo breath, and the person who intercepts this blast, no, that was Nami! Yo, that was Nami. She says, you're a liar, I don't believe you. And Kaido was looking directly at Nami, and he just tries to kill her if it wasn't for Marco coming in saying, get back! And he uses his, oh, dang it, I forgot what that move was called. It was called not Phoenix Brand. It was another move. I forget the name of it. He comes in and he shields Nami from getting hit by Kaido. And Marco comes in saying, don't lose your composure, not before it's all over. And it shows Nami kind of recoiling from, the shockwave of the blast, saying, Luffy. And then Kaido screams, says, Onigashima will soon land upon the flower capital as originally planned. Unlike Orochi, I am no pushover. This entire country is one gigantic weapons factory. Women, children, I'll use them all. Everyone here is a slave. When you tire and fall apart, you'll simply die. It's all your life is worth, and there are always more replacements. You dare to fight back against me, and you have earned my wrath. This is what it means to lose a war. The cost of your defeat is your freedom and your hope. And wow, yo, Kaido's just talking about them. Yo, he's just bringing them down. This man. Oh my goodness. I was not prepared for this. I was not prepared for what would happen if Kaido won. He's giving his acceptance speech. And then the samurai are thinking, no, please, not my wife and children. And then Kaido continues as he's floating over everyone, still in his dragon form, with him saying, bring Momonosuke to me. The battle is not over until I deal with him. And then it has the Beast Pirate saying, now's our chance. Take down Kid and Law. They're both on death's door. And since Law and Kid can't really move, They're left defenseless. And then it has a Beast Power saying, "You might have beaten Big Mom, but Kaido was always the ultimate adversary. You guys never stood a chance!" And then we have the members of Law's crew coming in saying, "Protect the captains!" And then it has Nekomamushi saying, "We gotta get up there, come on!" "Yes, sir, yes, sir," says Carrot. And then it has Nekomamushi going, "Ah!" Then we're at the castle basement with some more samurai who are trying to get some more of their members out of the flames that's going on right now. One of them says, "It's nothing but flames on all sides. We must go. Is there no way out? Search for an exit." Then it shows Kid trying to build up some metal on his arm with him saying, "I'm gonna fight Trafalgar. No surrender. No going out without a peep." And then it has Law getting up, even though they're both ridiculously tired, with him saying, "Darn it, Straw Hat." And then it has Momonosuke on the outside saying, "This is madness. I cannot do it. If Luffy could not beat him, how can I?" And then Yamato is there saying, "You have to fight, even if you know it ends in death. Isn't that what a samurai does? Who else but us can do it? Everyone's all torn up. Even Kaido is deeply wounded." And then Momonosuke is saying, oh, and Yamato is holding Momonosuke by the whiskers on his face so that he can't turn away from her. And then Momonosuke says, "That will only be adding more bodies to the pile. It galls me, but if Luffy already lost, then my only option is to surrender." And then Yamato says, "No, I won't let you do that. What will that survival even mean? Only a return to slavery? Counting down the days to death? Surrender is not the same as salvation." And then Momonosuke stops. And then Yamato says, "This is what the daimyo from all over Wano did when they gave their lives fighting back against Orochi. The last 20 years of Wano is riding upon this battle. If you're going to let it go to waste, then let's face death together." And as they're saying that, there's still clashing going on. You know, like a montage of Momonosuke coming to his decision as Momonosuke looks at Yamato. And it cuts to Kaido. Kaido is just going ham on everyone who's resisting. He's just blasting everyone. The very thing that many of us feared, even though we thought that it was a far-fetched dream, the moment that Kaido is coming down and starts to mop up the floor with everyone else downstairs, he's doing that right now. He's just obliterating everyone that stands against him, just hitting everybody with bolo breaths over and over and over and over again. Kaido is tying up loose ends. He's just nuking everybody. Anyone who wants to resist them, he's blasting them. And then we cut to Onigashima, and it's still floating in the air, and then it's quiet. And then we cut to Luffy. And then there's a bump. So that means Luffy is not dead. His heart is still beating. And then we cut to Zunesha. And Zunesha says, Momonosuke. And then Momonosuke says, "Huh?" "I can hear it. Long it's been." "What is it, Zunisha?" "I hear the drums of liberation. For the first time in 800 years, he is here." "Who is?" "Joy Boy has returned." And as this is going on, something is happening to Luffy as Luffy starts smiling. That's the end of the chapter. That's the end of the... Hold up! Hold up! Whoa! Whoa! Who came in with the super chat all of a sudden? Who was that? Dewan the Dawn. Congrats on the 3K. Wow! Thank you. Thank you, Dewan the Dawn. Thank you for the super chat. Wow. That's a lot. Thank you. Yo, wow. 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 Wow! What do I even say to this chapter? What do I even say to this? That's the end of the chapter. I need a drink. Because we need to talk. We need to talk. I got plenty of time because all I have to do is just do my reaction to My Hero Academia and then I'm free the rest of the day. I'm going to take my time talking about this. Yo. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. They won the Dawn again with the super chat. Oh my goodness. There are words in here about this chapter I want to say, but I don't know why they're not coming out. Collegial, good to see you. DJ, good to see you. Blaziken, good to see you. Neil Johnson, good to see you. Oda. Oh my god. Oda. Oh my goodness. Okay. I gotta speak. I gotta say something other than I gotta speak. I don't know what is going on. But yo. It's just the more I think about this chapter, the less I can actually put it into full sentences. I want to talk about this chapter, but I keep thinking about what I just read, and I can't get it out because my brain is all like, think about this, then think about that, and then think about that before you speak, and I can't stop. I just can't. I don't even know what to say. Really, I can't even. This isn't me trying to be dramatic or anything. I really I can't start talking about this chapter because I'm trying, but I can't. Because this chapter, so many questions. so many questions. Okay. Let's start from the beginning. Kaido finished his Thunder Bellow Bagua and hits Luffy with it. Luffy lays there defeated, with the bowler hat guy getting killed by Kaido. Having already realized that it was a death sentence for him to go up there, he still fulfills his duty. He still fulfills his duty towards the world government by getting Luffy massively hit by this Thunder Bellow Bagua. And as that happens, all the stuff that's going on inside of the performance floor, Kaido comes back. Momonosuke says he can't hear Luffy anymore. Law says he can't hear Luffy anymore. Kaido comes back into the performance floor, proclaims that he has won. The whole chapter proclaims that Kaido has won. Proclaims that he has beaten Luffy and Luffy's dead. No one on the side of the samurai and straw hats or Kid and Law want to believe it. And he says that Onigashima is his now. Unlike Orochi, I'm no pushover. And no one wants to believe him. Nami steps up and says, "You're a liar. I don't believe it." And Kaido tries to kill her just instantly. If it wasn't for the interference of Marco, Nami would be dead. But Kaido comes back saying, "Where is your leader? I must have Momonosuke surrender. Straw Hat Luffy is dead. If anyone else wishes to challenge me, step forward." But there's no one else in that performance floor that's gonna put up a fight as strong as Luffy. If it's a one-on-one fight, always bet on Kaido. And this chapter just did that. And all the beast pirates who were fighting the samurai get reinvigorated, like their morale just goes right back up again as they start clashing with the samurai. Kid surprised, Law surprised. Chopper is crying, Tama's crying. Nami refuses to believe it. Kaido tries to kill Nami. Marco comes in and saves her. Onigashima will soon land upon the flower capital as originally planned. Unlike Orochi, I am no pushover. This entire country is one gigantic weapons factory. Women, children, I'll use them all. Everyone here is a slave. If I remember correctly, Doflamingo gave a similar speech about how everyone in Dressrosa was a puppet on his strings who are there to do whatever he pleases. And that was the last big speech that Doflamingo gave before Luffy came back and beat him with Gear 4, remember? Doflamingo gave a similar speech how everyone that was in Dressrosa was there to do his bidding and to either live or die as he chooses. They're just puppets on his strings where their lives just hangs on a thread. He had that type of speech. I was about to call him Orochi. I don't know why I did that. Kaido is having a similar speech saying like, women, children, I'll use them all. Everyone here is a slave. That same type of similar speech to Doflamingo is happening right now. And we all know what happened to Doflamingo after that speech. He got severely messed up and beaten by Luffy. And Kaido was having that sort of speech right here, so I wouldn't be surprised if his comeuppance happens after the break. But as this chapter goes on, when you tire and fall apart, you'll simply die. That is all your life is worth. And there are always more replacements. He really does not care about anyone's lives at all. They're just to be used until they can't move anymore, and then they'll just die. And Kaido says, "You dared to fight back against me, and you have earned my wrath. This is what it means to lose a war. The cost of your defeat is your freedom and your hope. Bring Momonosuke to me. The battle is not over until I deal with him." But as this is going on, he just starts murking everyone as some people try to come and kill Kid and Law. But their subordinates and their crew members come in and they save them. And Kid gets up, massively tired, says, I'm gonna fight Trafalgar. No surrender, no going out without a peep. And Law is just thinking, like, dang it, Straw Hat, you had one job. And as this is going on, Momonosuke is thinking, this is madness. I can't do it. If Luffy could not beat him, how can I? And Yamato is going, they're going back and forth with each other. Yamato and Momonosuke is like, Momonosuke wants to surrender. He's thinking, like, if Luffy couldn't do anything, then how can I? So I might as well surrender. And Yamato is thinking, who else but us can do it? Everyone's all torn up. Even Kaido's deeply wounded. And Momonosuke says, that will only be adding more bodies to the pile. It galls me, but if Luffy already lost, then my only option is to surrender. And Yamato says, no, I won't let you do that. What will that survival even mean? Only a return to slavery, counting down the days to death? Surrender is not the same as salvation. This is what the daimyo from all over Wano did when they gave their lives fighting back against Orochi. The last 20 years of Wano is riding upon this battle. If you're going to let it go to waste, then let's face death together. And as this is going on, Kaido is just wrecking everyone in the performance floor. And as this is going on, it shows Luffy with black sunken eyes. Now, the thing about Luffy is, if he's knocked out, then his eyes are usually white. We usually do not see Luffy's eyes when they're completely black, because those are the eyes of a dead person. So, what is it? Could Luffy actually be dead right now, and whatever's happening to him right now, as Zunisha notices? Because the thing about Zunisha is Zunisha's eyes light up. We have never seen Zunisha's eyes light up like this before. It's always been sunken and black, but they light up here saying, how long has it been? I can hear it, Momonosuke. I hear the drums of liberation. And here it's specific that drums of liberation is bolded here. For the first time in 800 years, he is here. Who is Joy Boy? As Zunisha's eyes light up with Zunisha saying, Joy Boy has returned. And then it shows Luffy grinning. And then something is happening to his body, like some sort of steam or whatever. Something is happening to Luffy's body and some sort of, I don't know what it is, but his hair's changing. Something is like oozing and rising off of him. I don't know what this is. Could this be the effect of could this be his devil fruit power awakening? Because we know that it has a different name. We know it has a different name. And now Luffy appears to be awakening. If this is Luffy awakening, then this is the power of Joy Boy from way back when. This is the power of, if this is the power of Joy Boy, and this is enough to make Zunisha officially wake up for the first time in 800 years since the events of the Void Century, then we're about to see what the Gum Fruit actually could be. Is it an awakening, though? That's the thing, Karma. I don't know. It does sound good to say that this is Luffy's awakening of his devil fruit, but at the same time, we don't know what this is. Because we really can't, because if this devil fruit is the devil fruit that the world government keeps saying that its name has been lost to the annals of history, where even we consider this devil fruit a myth, even to us five elders, even to the Gorosei. We don't even know. Why is he melting? He's not melting, because the last time I checked, you don't melt and the droplets rise from your body. It oozes off of you, kind of like Magellan's poison, where it goes downwards. But the ooze that's coming off, whatever this is, that's coming off of Luffy, it's rising. It's rising off of him, and it's not going across his body because it's not drawn that way in this panel. It shows steam coming out of Luffy's mouth as he's smiling. It covers his eyes, but whatever this is, it's causing his hair, or whatever that is on his hair, to rise off of him. It's not melting on him, it's rising off of him. So whatever's happening is not like some melting thing. Oh my god, why? Oda, this is going to be so, this week and next week is going to be so difficult to get through, because we're going on break after this. There's so much to talk about this one chapter. Bink Sake has some foreshadowing of this event. Luffy actually died because he has black eyes in this chapter and no white eyes. I don't know why he died all of a sudden. Zunisha and Luffy have the same black eyes. Yeah, I was going over that. Why would he have monkey powers? He should have double tapped him. You know, no one believes in the power of the double tap. I wonder if this is still going to be Luffy fighting or if he's going to have a personality change. No, this is still going to be Luffy. We don't want another Naruto thing. Yeah, this is we're going on break from this chapter. When we see the words Joy Boy has returned, that is a chapter. I mean, sure, it's a perfect chapter to have a break on, but we've always wanted to know more about Joy Boy. We've been hearing more about Joy Boy in the Wano arc than any other arc in the series. And now we have Zunisha, who we've come to find out was a companion of Joy Boy, saying Joy Boy has returned on this chapter, and then we just go on break, which means we're going to have a whole week to think about this chapter? A whole extra week to think about this chapter? Which means that there's not going to be... I'm going to be thinking about this on my birthday next week. I'm going to be thinking about this chapter on my birthday next week. And it's like... Bruh! Oda! Like, how... Oh my goodness, this chapter broke my brain. I wonder how Roger and the rest of them reacted. I honestly wonder how the rest of the One Piece reactors like me did reacted to this chapter. We might start a flashback next chapter with Joy Boy and Zunisha. We just might. Imagine Oda trolling next chapter with it being all about Orochi. It's going to be non-stop lore next chapters. Maybe Joy Boy is the name of the awakened form of Luffy's Devil Fruit, or maybe the previous user named the awakened form Joy Boy. See? Imagine getting spoiled about this chapter. Oh my goodness, this is not a chapter anyone should have been spoiled on. I know a lot of people were out there on the internet, and for those people who seem to think that it's okay to spoil what's happening in the story towards other people, you're an idiot. Please don't ever come around this channel doing that, or you will never last around here. Don't be a fool and try and spoil what's happening in this chapter towards other people. And because Roger said he was going on a media blackout after he was done with his last stream. And I'm glad that I wasn't spoiled at all. Anytime I saw something that was trending on the side of Twitter, I would say, like, I'm not interested in this because I didn't want to see anything at all. I am so glad that I wasn't spoiled on any of this. I had absolutely no idea what was going to happen, and I'm glad you guys got to see me have one of the biggest brain break I ever had reading through this series. This is way better than Gear 5? Yeah, it is. The concept of Joy Boy coming back is so much better than a brand new gear from Luffy. Oh, I gotta see Roger's reaction. I'll look at it. I'll look at his reaction. Because did he jump out of his chair? Did he jump out of his chair? I was screaming so much that I actually had a headache. That's the reason why it took me extra long for me to get my words together. I gave myself a headache screaming in my room. Thankfully, my family isn't here yet, so I could scream to my heart's content, but I can't say the same for my neighbors because my window was open to let a little cool air in, so they might have heard me screaming in here, possibly. If any of them were walking around outside, they might have heard me because I was screaming that loud, but this chapter... Instead of Gear 5, we get Joy Boy Awakening. Instead of Gear 5, we're getting Joy Boy. That's what we're getting. We're not getting a new gear. We are getting Joy Boy. We need to see. We need to wait and see. I know we need to wait and see where things go from here. But the fact that we're going on break after this, Oh my god. This chapter was amazing. This is gonna oh my goodness, the conversations people are gonna have. This Joy Boy thing is better than the Reverie stuff or the outside world. I don't know what else to say. I gotta stop. I could keep talking about this because I don't have anything else after my My Hero Academia reaction. Oda's gonna explain all of this. That's the thing. Oda's gonna explain this. We're getting closer and closer to finding out who Joy Boy is, and in the process, we could possibly find out more about the Void Century in the process, which is one of the biggest mysteries in all of One Piece. The Void Century itself, because Joy Boy is linked to the Void Century. So if we find out more about Joy Boy, then we could possibly find out more about the Void Century. Kaido is going to get folded. I wonder if Luffy can keep this form or if this is a one-time thing. We don't even know what this is. We don't even know if this is Luffy having an awakening of his devil fruit, if this is the case, or this is just a new form altogether that is separate from his devil fruit. We don't know. We don't know. But all I know is that Luffy got bodied by Kaido to the point where it looks like he died. Then he came back, and now he's smiling. How do you get hit by the strongest creature in the world? The chapter announces that Kaido wins, and then we end the chapter with Luffy smiling and him slowly transforming. How do you end a chapter like that? Would love to see Nightmare Luffy again. Nightmare Luffy was only because of, Gecko Moria's Kage no Mi. So I would rather Luffy have this power that didn't require the effects of another devil fruit in order for him to get this power. Because that's the only reason Nightmare Luffy was able to exist, because of the effects of Gecko Moria's shadow power. How do you end a chapter on that and let the fans wait an extra week? Oda knows that we are going to be chomping at the bit to find out what's happening. That smile creeps me out, bruh. It really is amazing. Yes, it is. Or this could be like a Ryzen thing, like in Yu Yu Hakusho. See, I've never watched Yu Yu Hakusho, but whatever that is, that Ryzen thing, it's going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting. Oda. My goodness, Oda. And here's the thing, we haven't been on break for like a couple of chapters now. Well, actually, this is the second. 16th, 13th, 27th. We went on break on the 20th of February. Then we came back on the 27th. Then kept going on the 6th and then the 13th. Now we're getting another break on the 20th again. And we're skipping the 20th. Just like last time. I never noticed, but the number formation of February and March are exactly the same. February started on Tuesday. March starts on Tuesday. So the number format is going exactly the same as February, except March has 3 more extra days. So we're going on break in the exact same spot that February went on break on. I think Joy Boy's rival is Im-sama in the Void Century, maybe. Im-sama knows all about this. This is what Doflamingo's talking about in Impel Down. Yo. He did say power does have, power has a short, shelf life. Whoever can predict whatever this is a theory god. Like, we gotta wait. We have to wait. Oh my goodness, 10 out of 10. This is a 100 out of 100 chapter. This is a 100 out of 100 chapter. How you end a chapter saying Joy Boy has returned, and then it shows Luffy coming back from the brink of death with a big old smile on his face, and he looks like he's transforming. How do you have us go on break after seeing that? We need answers, but we have to wait. That's the thing. This is one of those chapters where I just desperately want to find out more, but I'm willing to wait for the chapter to get released. Once again, going by my Skies of Arcadia pacing idea, this chapter would continue playing Crisis from the last one and playing Opportunity. Joy Boy reveal was 10 out of 10. Heard Mr. Morgie predicted that the raid would fail. There's just so much, and this is close enough. Ah, boy. Whew. If anything, if Luffy shows back up after Kaido made that big old speech, the morale of everyone in Samurai and Straw Hat side is going to go straight through the roof. Because you notice how the morale went right back up for the Beast Pirates since they're still clashing with the Samurai. As soon as Kaido came back and did his whole big speech, the Beast Pirates got reinvigorated and just started attacking the Samurai with brand new fervor. So when Luffy comes back, that's going to be something to see. That's going to be, oh boy. Oh my goodness. My head still kind of hurts because I was screaming so much, so the headache is still there from me yelling. It's just minorly on the right side, but this chapter. Can't wait for Kaido's reaction to Luffy being ready to fight again. Oh boy. None of us are ready to see Luffy come back. None of us are ready for what's about to happen. Yo, the fact that Kaido brought down his strongest attack that we've seen him use, without the help of Big Mom and, Conqueror of the Seas, Conquest of the Seas, where they pretty much nuked all of the supernovas with Zoro's, about 30 to 40 bones getting broken in Zoro when he tried to deflect it. We see Luffy get just straight up cratered by a souped up powerful Kaido. And then it proclaims that Kaido is the winner. He comes back, starts spouting off that he's won, Luffy is dead. And then we see Luffy smiling at the end as this, whatever this is, whatever this power is, just starts to creep up on him. And he starts smiling again. None of us are prepared for what's about to happen. So let me go back here, because they didn't have the description of what Thunderbellow Bagua actually was, because I kind of want to see just how powerful that attack is. Okay, so the thing with his bloodthirsty drunk is that when using this mode against Luffy, Kaido takes full advantage of his half-beast form, size, and strength to deliver heavier blows with more murderous intent. Then if we go to Hasaikai and go all the way to Thunderbellow Bagua, it's basically just a stronger version of Raimei Hake, first used against Luffy in retaliation to his Gum Gum Overcon gun. And it just, oh my goodness, this, I don't know what to say. How do you respond? How do you respond to this chapter? How? Because let me come over here. Let me come over here to the next page where it talks about the description of this chapter. And chapter notes. Chapter notes down here at the bottom says Zunisha suddenly talks to Momonosuke and declares that he can hear that Joy Boy has without a doubt returned. At the same time, back on the roof, Luffy starts grinning while an unknown substance covers his face and steam starts coming from his body. We don't know what is happening to him, though. We're not ready to find out. But is that Kaido's last biggest attack? Is that really Kaido's last biggest attack? I think he has more left. I wouldn't be surprised if he has more left. Kaido is the strongest character in One Piece right now for me. Yes, he is. He's the strongest character we've ever seen in this series thus far. Because the durability he's got is insane, fighting 9 Akazaya and then the worst generation, and then finding a person who he sees on the level as Shanks, Whitebeard, Odin, Rox, and Roger. A person who can fight evenly with him, and he endured all of the fight. He endured all the fighting of both the Akazaya 9, even when the Akazaya 9 cut into his wound that Odin gave him. Then he fought the worst generation along with Big Mom. Then he fought Luffy by himself repeatedly, blow for blow, enduring numerous Conqueror's Haki imbued attacks from Luffy, and he still came out on top. This man's durability is the highest we have ever seen at all. And he doesn't have a devil fruit like Big Mom that allows him to heal his injuries. He's just tanking everything. But now, we gotta wait and see how strong he's gonna be when Luffy come back. Joy Boy is coming. No, Joy Boy is here. 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 We always thought about what will happen. I wonder what his health bar would look like right now, like an Elden Ring bosses, something like that. Okay, so you've played the games where the bosses, if you defeat their health bar, then they have another portion. Think of his health bar like that from Xenoverse, where they have multiple levels to their health bar until they get white, then blue, and then red, and then orange, and then yellow. And then it gets down to the bottom. Kaido has raid boss level health. And the people fighting him are in level 1 gear. And the scar that Zoro gave him. Yes, he's got a scar from Zoro using a sword that had the presence of Odin on it. And that was the only significant scar Kaido gained during this whole fight. He's been stabbed numerous times, but the only one that he said is going to stay with him is the cut that Zoro gave him with Ashida's Dead Man's Game. But now, we just have to wait and see what happens when Joy Boy shows up. Joy Boy is coming. Something is happening to Luffy right now that none of us are prepared for. I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of scared because I don't know what we're going to see. What power is coming onto Luffy that's enabling him to start smiling and to come back reinvigorated again? We don't know what this power is. We don't know, but we're going to have to wait. I got to end it here. Is Zoro going to awaken too? He will be back again. I mean, Zoro is kind of incapacitated due to the medicine that he took that is going to cause it. Zoro's out of the... Zoro's done fighting. And plus, Zoro can't awaken either because he doesn't have a devil fruit. But Zoro is out of the fight because he's suffering the effects of the medicine wearing off. The only reason why he was able to fight beforehand is because that medicine gave him the ability to regenerate enough to fight King and then win that fight. But now he has to deal with the fact that the medicine is now recoiling on him and he's completely knocked out because Frankie's taking care of him. I think Kaido is going to question Luffy being Joy Boy next chapter when he sees Luffy. We just gotta wait. We just gotta wait. And it's gonna be a long wait because we're going on break. Good God, we're going on break. That is so scary. That is so scary. We're going on break after finding out that Joy Boy has returned. How the heck does that work? But that's it. That's all I got for you guys. That's all I got. I gotta move on to My Hero Academia. And then once I'm done with that, I pretty much got the rest of the day to myself. So I'm just probably going to be chilling for the rest of the day. I am not going to stop thinking about this. Even when I'm doing my reaction to My Hero in a couple of minutes, I'm not going to stop thinking about this because this is insane. This is insane. How do you end a chapter like this with Joy Boy has returned and then Luffy transforming into something we haven't seen? Anime is on hiatus too. Yeah, that's exactly. I'm not doing a. There's no reaction to One Piece today because it's been delayed because back on the 6th, someone hacked into Toei and they're still trying to find out who did it. So it pushed back a lot of the anime coming back. You can see Kaido having a Zoan awakening before being defeated. That'd be interesting if Kaido, to compensate for whatever Luffy's about to become, if Kaido comes back and if we see what a perfected awakened Zoan looks like. Because we've seen what awakened Zoan looks like. The Minotaur guards in Impel Down. Those are awakened Devil Fruit Zoan users. But we've never seen one that can retain their intelligence and not look like baby-faced it or whatever you want to describe their looks from Impel Down. We've never seen one that has perfected their Devil Fruit and is able to awaken it. We've never seen that type of individual before. But the anime is supposedly coming back on the 20th. It's skipping today and it's going to be coming back next week, which means we'll have a One Piece anime reaction for the 20th. And that'll continue where we left off. And yes, since Kaido's also... We don't know how long the anime is being on hiatus. How would someone hack Toei? It's a big company. That's the thing they're trying to figure out, because they found a third party try to get into their systems. And since they're trying to find out what happened and how they got past their security, they had to delay everything until they can figure out what's going on. Because the last thing we need is someone hacking into Toei and indefinitely postponing anime episodes. I thought my phone was ringing for a second. But we're just going to have to see. It'll be interesting if Kaido awakens his Devil Fruit and then we'll see a mythical Zoan awakening. That'd be cool, but those are just theories. All I can say about this chapter is this is going to have people talking for a very long time. I dare say that the chapters where we were revealed the bounties of all the Yonko, and then the God Valley incident, the ultimate chapter, and then the chapter where we're introduced to the king of the whole world, Im-sama. That's happening. That happened. And I believe this, then the chapter where it showed a giant straw hat in Marijois, and then this chapter. I feel like this chapter ranks up in one of the biggest, greatest, and probably going to be the most talked about chapter for a long time. Is it a person in Japan that hacked it or American? No one knows. They're still trying to figure out where it even came from. They just know that their systems got tampered with and they're trying to figure out who it was, but they don't know who the individual is yet. This week's break is because of the Nagoya marathon in addition to the Toei hack. I got to stop right here. We have no idea what's going to happen to the story now. I don't think any of us are prepared. We have a lot of theories. The Gear 4th reveal was all there too. Yeah, that was great because that was the first time we thought that, wow, Luffy's about to go to another gear. So Gear 4th, the Yonko bounties, the God Valley incident as well. They're in the same one. Im-sama and finding out that the treasure thing that they have down in the deepest part of Marijois is a straw hat that left way more questions. And pretty much this moment where apparently Joy Boy is coming back is here. Joy Boy has returned. Some of the biggest chapters in the history of One Piece, and this chapter 1043, has become one of the biggest chapters of this entire series. I gotta see how everyone else reacted to this, because if they're not hooping and hollering and screaming as I was, I dare question it. But let me stop. I just want to say thank you, everybody, for coming out to see my reaction to One Piece today. I did not originally intend for this to be an hour long, but you guys know that when it comes to talking about One Piece, I could go on for hours. You guys have been in my reflection streams before, but all I have to say is that we just have to wait for what's about to happen. And when it's coming up to the weekend leading up to this chapter's reveal, stay off social media so you do not get spoiled. Block anyone you have to keep yourself from being spoiled. All I can say is that we are not prepared for what's about to happen in the next chapter, if it even continues from where Luffy is. So all I can say is, first of all, thank you for helping this channel get to 3,000 subscribers. It means the world to me. Dewan the Wan, thank you for the multiple super chats. You just surprised the heck out of me there. I was not expecting that. I just saw it popped up on my screen as soon as I was done looking at the chapter, and I was all like, hold up! Where'd that come from? So all I can say is just appreciate the super chats. Know that they always go towards just making... They all go towards, you know, making this channel run a whole bunch more smoother. And I just want to say I appreciate it. The support you guys show this channel is at nothing short of amazing, and I appreciate it. Whether it's just you watching, it's whether it's just you watching, or whether you like the stuff or comment on it, or even the super chats that happen, and every bit of appreciation you show, it means the absolute world to me. You guys mean the absolute world to me, and I'm happy to be an entertainer that you all enjoy. So with that being said, hope you all enjoyed. Whew, my brain is still hurting from this. Not because it was racking my brain, but because this was such a chapter that I feel like I've screamed more than any other chapter I've reacted to. But hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. And if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed what you saw here today, and you enjoyed what you saw here today, then consider subscribing or even consider becoming a member, because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day, and once again, as always, later, peoples. Oh my goodness. Whew. Joy Boy has returned.